One of the biggest gripes a SuperCard player has, whether you played in Season 1 or you're playing in Season 8, is what happens to a card if you lose it, if you train it away, you dust it, or you accidentally delete it. But what if I was to say that a feature could be coming in Season 9, which would allow you to jump into your catalogue, pick a card, and bring it back whenever you wanted. Whether you're doing it to fill up the stars in the catalogue, or you might want to go down memory lane and grab a card from the past, like this Fusion Bray Wyatt, and when he inevitably comes back to WWE, be able to press a button, bring him back, and test out a bunch of new images on him. Before we get started though, leave a comment down below. I want to know what feature you'd like to see the most added to WWE SuperCard. Do you think we should take features away from NBA SuperCard, or take features from other games, or something brand new that you've just thought about? And if you leave your ideas in the comments with the special word of today, I'm gonna go Queen. Yeah, a little tribute to our Queen. Rest in peace. Then I'll give you a heart and maybe even a reply. Oh, and if you want to see more videos just like this, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. Looks a little bit just like that. Thank you very much. Now, Cat Daddy do borrow ideas from different games. Let's start first of all with this fully posable pack. You may have noticed a big change for this pack type in recent updates. I've not really addressed it, but the ability to buy all the packs at once. You can buy individual packs. You can see what's in each pack to be able to make an informed decision about whether you buy it, and I like this very much, because it was always a mystery as to what cards you would see in each of these packs. Would it be a card back, an old school Legends card from the different seasons, or maybe even a Hall of Fame card or a special card from the past like we saw with The Undertaker? Well, I want to get one of these, so I'm going to show you how this works right now. Oh, it's one video. I'm sure they won't. Whoa! Okay, wait. I'm sure we can. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Hi guys, it's JB. I know this is crazy, right? You're watching a video I recorded 2 days ago, and I did a big oopsie. I didn't talk about the like button, and as a result, I am now being held at gunpoint by the like button's Mexican cousin, El Lico. So, please, if you want to save my life, please hit the like button. It takes two moments. It's free, and you might save me from certain doom. So, yeah, okay. So, I'm just gonna stop now and get on with the video, and hopefully these guys don't kill me. So, bye. Press 9,000 credits. It's going to open every pack. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And, oh, nice. I like the fact it just goes through all of them. Oh, there we go. I completely messed that one up. Okay, we got Hulk Hogan, Wendy Richter, Rocky Johnson, and nothing else really of importance. But hey, we got 3 different, and they're all single stars, and I'm still looking for my first pro. But that's how that feature works. But this idea has just been implemented into the sister game, NBA SuperCard, and I love this feature. And if it's got any kind of bearing as to what we're going to see very soon in WWE SuperCard, then I am excited. What this feature allows you to do, and I have some gameplay which I've pre-recorded, and I want to say huge thanks to Deputy Dog, who's a loyal moderator on my Twitch channel and Discord, which you'll find the links in the description down below, by the way. This feature allows you to literally jump into your catalog, find a card that you want, and within restriction, pull that card out and use it all over again. Whether it's from Season 1, Season 2, or the upcoming Season 3 for NBA SuperCard. You can pay for this using 2 types of currencies: super coins or credits. You might be saying, oh my god, that's amazing. What's the catch? Well, there are a couple of catches. One is the fusions. The fusions cannot be included because, well, it might break the game, especially if you're buying the most recent fusions, because as you can see here, if you was to casually go to Ronin tier and grab a Ronin fusion and just go ahead and start a SummerSlam BCE fusion, you'd effectively get yourself a free SummerSlam BCE card. The other thing this feature does not work on are current tier cards. So you can't just pull a freebie. And I mean, literally, if I was to go into my own personal catalog in WWE SuperCard now, I can't get that Hulk Hogan and then jump back in, brother, and grab myself one for X amount of super coins, X amount of credits. That would just be cheating. So for now, the top tier cards are not allowed, and they'd probably be ridiculously expensive and not worth it at all. The cost of it is also variant dependent on tiers, so you might be spending 100 to 1,000 credits on lower tiers, or you might be going up to 15, 20,000 for the tiers at the higher end of the spectrum. Plus, event or special event cards do seem to be more expensive. The same could be said for super coins, although it does seem to be at a much higher premium because super coins are free and not that hard to get your hands on. Now, I guess that for released superstars, this wouldn't work. Probably there'd be a few extra caveats. If it was to come over here, I could effectively go to this, grab it, and then show off my gothic image on it. Or let's just say in season 9, they were to do a special winter super pass, and part of that would be to play 500 games with winter superstars. I could effectively go to biomechanical tier and I could find, let's go to Jey Uso. I could just pull this Jey Uso out of the game for a minimal cost and be able to start on that straight away instead of having to wait for an event to pop up. Now, this all sounds very good, but whilst there's a lot about NBA SuperCard that's very similar to WWE SuperCard, there are some big differences, especially when it comes to being able to get your hands on super coins. So what they've done over in NBA SuperCard is something called a super coin hustle mode, which is every Tuesday. That gives you free currency to then increase for more and more super coins as time goes on. Summarizing that, it comes across that those are a lot more easier to come by than in SuperCard, which you really can only get by getting freebies like the QR codes we had recently, or by playing Money in the Bank, buying large packs that have them as bonuses, or playing PvP. That's without figuring in the increased amount of collectibles challenges that SuperCard has, especially recently with the stubs in Reward Mania, which encourages the use of super coins through the Superstore for you to get extra collectibles or extra coupons, or whatever the next special ingredient is for the next event in-game. Whereas that urgency isn't really in NBA SuperCard, there's other ways that they incentivize. One other thing I've seen over there, which could be where this features in the future, are specific challenges that require certain cards. One other reason that I used it for was actually to level up. So if you're in a lower tier, but you don't really want to go and buy a pack, and you know that if you was just to go in to the catalog and pull out a card you just got through a special event, etc., like I just did with my first ever street card, I could go into the catalog, pull that card back out, and thank you very much, I've got myself a pro, and then can push myself up the tiers further. It is a way of getting to the next tier without necessarily having to go through tons and tons of packs, because if you have just managed to get yourself a very special, let's go for a Ronin Lita or Trish Stratus, but you don't have another one and it's coming towards the end of the event, you could, in theory, go into the catalog and just pull another one and make a pro, which could push you up to SummerSlam BCE tier. Now, obviously, I've mentioned a few of the problems, but I've got three main concerns about the WWE side. One is how they're going to make super coins more available, or how would they change the price? The second concern is who would be available. Obviously, fusions would be one concern, but would released superstars be part of that, or would those have to be put on the unavailable list? The third is fortifying. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure this is going to be a way for people to really push themselves up if they had the opportunity to claim 2 or 3 extra cards from, let's say, that Lita or Trish Stratus. But if you were to allow that, would that be classed as breaking the game, especially when it comes down to single event cards? With NBA, that's not a problem because fortifying cards doesn't exist there yet. Would people be necessarily happy with someone wanting to push themselves up into SummerSlam BCE tier by getting a Fortify 3 event Alexa Bliss just by spending credits or super coins? I don't think so. There is one other thing that I think would need to change for this to be implemented, and that is to finally put something in to reward players for getting the star ratings. Otherwise, really, what's the point of going back and filling up this catalog in Goliath tier, getting all the single stars that you didn't have in the past, if you can't really do anything with them? It just seemed a little bit silly. But this is all theoretical at this point. I can just see this being a massive feature that they bring into the game as a way of not just making sure people can go back in the event of a hack, or let's say making a mistake and righting that wrong by grabbing a card they've just deleted, or perhaps by allowing people to fill up the old cards they never were able to. But I'll let you tell me what you think about this in the comments, and of course, leave any new features that you would like to see in Season 9. But I have been SuperZombGBBQ. You have been awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe in 2 months' time, we'll be talking about this as a new feature. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.